time. Good time. All night. Moving through from left to right. Feeling like it's 99. We gon' have a good time. See, I'm just trying to make the most in life. I'm trying to party, have a good time. No time to stress, we keep it blessed, we keep a level mind. Call up the girl, tell them get ready and meet me at mine. We bout to party, shake a leg and leave it all behind. Know how we do, we always dress to impress. Head high, walking like there's an S on my chest. Gotta know your worth, sis, you know you the best. And even though you talk, you walk it with every step.
Right, what's going on, my people? Once again, Magevizo here live on Major Talented Ones. Beginning of season 3. It's been a long time and I've been talking here. We're coming back. So you know what I said? Let me come back properly with a bang, with a mad talented artist.
Which is right.
Mami Marissa, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Live up in the spot. And it's crazy. I'm just going to give the disclaimer right now. This is the first time me meeting Mami Marissa in person, you know.
And we created a fucking banger.
And we got, you know what I mean? The tune's 99. We'll get into that. You know what I mean? We're gonna get into a lot of stuff and all that stuff. So, you know what I mean? You'll be able to see the tune and all that. But anyway, Mami.
Yes, my dear.
What is going on? How are you feeling? How you been? What's been going on? We're gonna get into actually let me get into it. First, just introduce yourself to the people then.
Right. Well, I'm Mami Marissa, music artist from Brixton, South London, and I just create feel-good music. And yeah,
she does create feel-good music. That's stuff. So I'm gonna ask you then, in relation to the music, when did you first get into the music? This is a question we have to kind of get into the background. When did you get into it? How did you get into it? And what inspired you to get into it?
Okay, so music has always been within my family. I was born into music. Daddy's a DJ. Mum used to always sing. Brothers, rappers, producers. It was just the norm, really, to be a musician. But professionally, I got into releasing music like 5 years ago. 5 years ago?
It doesn't seem like that. It seems like it was more of a season. Like every time I hear your music, it seems like you've had a longer run in it. So to what you've done in 5 years is crazy. So what I'd say, obviously you do both the singing and the rapping as well. I've seen you on a few other interviews, and I don't want to pirate any styles, but I'm going to ask you certain questions. What did you get into first, the rapping or the singing?
Do you know what? I always say the same thing, yeah? Rapping is my first love and singing is my side piece.
I love that.
So rapping, I started off as grime MCing because my brother, that's what my brother used to do. He used to produce grime beats. Everyone that came to my house was grime artists. Literally, I grew up around So What crew, PDC. That's when I got into when I got into the whole rapping of stuff. So it was just an amalgamation of, grime, garage, jungle as well, and then rap.
Because I'd say in relation to, for example, with me, when I kind of got into the rapping was years ago anyway, I don't want to talk about too much about me, but what I found, the ones that it was cool to know songs, like say there's a new song out, and you knew all the lyrics to the song. So for me to get ready for that, I used to press stop on a tape deck, write the line, press stop on the tape deck again, write the line, and before you knew it, kind of taught me how to write the actual format of the bar. So what got you into? Was it poetry or was there something else before it? What got your rhyme style and that?
I've literally always been good at English at school.
That's always the case. So kids, if you want to get into the music, English is
I'm telling you, man, especially creative writing. The writing styles. The different type of writing styles in English. I feel like I was really, really interested in that at school. I used to always write poetry as well. But to be honest, in the playgrounds, that's where the real magic happened. That was the real magic, because I was always that girl that always wanted to prove the man they're wrong. That I can be as good as you, darling.
Yeah, and that's you know what? That kind of inspiration sometimes makes you better than your counterparts. You know what I mean? Exactly. Because at the end of the day, you feel you have to work harder to do it and then get it down. So I'd say, in relation to project-wise, because obviously when you started it, what was your first? In fact, when did you do your first song? What was your first song like?
My first song, 2019, September 2019, Melanin Poppin'.
That was your first tune?
That's my first ever tune that I've released. But yeah, that was I made that on a whim. Obviously, I was going through a bit of a time where I wasn't feeling great about myself and all of that, and I wanted to make like a summer banger that can make me personally like uplift me,
No.
as well as others. So
I mean, I see there's you know, sometimes when you meet people who are artists and you know that it's really what they want to do in it, so they look at it like on a professional level, as opposed to I'm just doing it just because it's popular. You do your whole thing because you manage yourself as well. You promote yourself, you do everything, you do it like you've got a manager. Because when I saw you doing a few things, even off our single, I was like, right, you was in the newspaper, you was there, you're performing. And another thing that I find strong with you is your performance on stage. You are a real performer, like outfit, your stage presence, your clarity. So in that, I mean, was that something that was natural to you, or did you practice at it, or what was there? You seem like there's a phenomenon that just started and
it's literally just been within my family, man. We used to do this for fun, like just perform in front of each other. As I said, Daddy's a DJ. The tunes are always running. Like, and while we're in the coat room, I call it the coat room, you know, when they keep the kids in one room and they just dash the coats in there, Me and my cousins would always just make up songs, perform it for each other, and then like the next day we'll be like, look, mummy, look, dad, like, look at our performance.
But it seems to be something that really kind of amplifies your whole persona and your whole performance. But you know what?
Right? Saying that, I actually studied performing arts as well, and
that's
I would
another
also
strength.
Say that. You know, doing that 2-year course in college for my A-levels definitely, you know, up the bar, because I wasn't the most confident person at all.
You could have fooled me. Steve.
Yeah, well, everyone says it.
You could fool me.
I wasn't the most confident, but having that course, big up Roy Lee, doing that course, and our tutor Roy Lee, he really like pushed it out of us.
That's what it is.
So I have to.
So was that including acting as well?
Acting, singing, and dancing.
Acting, see, you got the whole thing. And like I said, because I'm hearing certain buzzwords. One, the English that you said you was doing, the poetry. Then there's the ingrained thing from the family you doing it anyway. Then the performing arts. So it just makes sense. Everything just amplifies and goes into
Most definitely, yeah.
So have you released any projects as yet?
Yeah, I've released one project so far. It's called Intervention of Self.
Where can I get that? Is it out?
You can get that everywhere, baby.
All right, cool. We're gonna put it on the
Mami
screen
Marissa,
somewhere.
Intervention of Self, and that was released in August 2023. Where you can hear songs like Go With The Flow, you can hear songs like Intro. But yeah, man, I'm working on a new project at the moment, and
what can we expect to hear even from that? Like, is it because obviously is it more rapping? Is it a combination of? You know what I mean? Are you singing? Like, what kind of levels are we taking? Is it more rapping than singing, or is it more singing than rapping?
Well, this project is more. It's more of a specialized project, I would say. I'm rapping more, definitely rapping more. You might hear me vocal a couple times, like with my singing and stuff, but yeah, it's majority rapping. But the reason for that is because of the topics that I'm talking about on the project. I'm coming with more. Meaningful
words, like Gappy would say.
Meaningful words, but meaningful topics and things that I feel that need to be spoken about right now as a musician in the industry. I feel like there's certain topics that need to be highlighted, so the best way for me to personally get that out is through my rapping skills.
No, that's a definite, and I'd say even with that, I mean, who produced? Was it only one producer who produced it?
Yeah, it's produced by one producer, Blackmail Beats. Absolutely phenomenal producer. And like again, like just working with him again on this project has like pushed me to a new level. Do you know what I mean?
And how many songs? Is it an EP or album? In that sense?
I would say an EP. Yeah.
So like 7 songs or 8 songs?
Right now it's about 5 songs at the moment.
Right. Yeah. Okay. And then you're gonna be putting more. Is it finished in its entirety, or are you gonna
do you know what, there's always room for more, to be honest, because the beats just keep coming to us.
No, but you're one of them people there, because as I said, once you get a beat to you that you like, you just bring it to bring it to life. Because even like with our song, we got obviously the song 99, it's out now on all digital platforms.
Go that.
And I'm gonna go run up the video, do all that. But even with that, like I said, literally when I made the beat, and I'll give them the story. When I made the beat, I hadn't even met Mami. I was working with Decca, and I'd send Decca a few beats, and he kind of didn't know what to do with that one, and he gave it to Mami. Now the thing is, when I made it, I didn't even know what I was making. It was like once it was a kind of a thing where I kind of sometimes beats make themselves with me, innit? So I kind of went with a vibe, but I didn't know who I heard on it. And the perfect artist came in God's timing, and that was Mami Marissa. So,
do you know what? I have to big up Decca for that, because literally I went to record something else. I went to record something else. I was preparing for City Splash, and I was like, I've got these songs, but I haven't recorded them. Decca, like, come, like, help me out, bro. And I was like, yeah, come round, like, come record it. I'm gonna engineer it for you and that. And then he was like, do you know what? Yeah, I've got these beats, and this one beat, I can hear you on it. And as soon as he played it to me, that whole session was scrapped. That whole session was scrapped.
I'm not gonna lie, it turned into a song that, like I said, with the beat, I thought the beat was okay. But then after you went on it, it turned into something that I listened to kind of regular. So yeah, you know what I mean? Shouts out to Mami for kind of doing that. And even like moving forward, like, was there any features on the album as well, your album at the moment? Or was it only you?
Do you know what? There will be features. At the moment, I don't really want to talk about it too much.
Okay.
But it's still in the process of getting made. I will be releasing a single from the project very soon. But yeah, just stay tuned, man. Keep up with the algorithms.
This is
man.
where it is. You know what? Like I said, even with algorithms, sometimes because people have to start doing things to jump in for the algorithm. Like, it's like the algorithm is the master of things. And sometimes I don't even like that. I like the natural thing, like when people hear a song and they, you know what I mean?
No, definitely. But do you know what I would say about the algorithms? Yeah, the algorithms are made up of your what you like and what you're currently searching for. Yeah. So if you like feel good music,
then you're gonna
and
get,
you want good music and good playlisting songs, type in Mami Marissa, and then it will change up your whole algorithm.
Make sure you type in Mami Marissa.
Like, scroll through my page, like it, comment, then the algorithm will change up.
I'd say, but even with the industry at the moment, what's your kind of view on the industry at the moment? Like, in the sense with the artists coming out, what's going on? It's like, are you liking what's happening? Are you, do you know what I mean, on the old school mentality? Like, what's your kind of viewpoint on it now with the
The thing is, I always scream old school, yeah, but obviously everything needs to evolve and everything needs to move on. There's a load of amazing artists that are flying the flag for great music right now. However, I would say that a lot of the music that I hear today doesn't move me. It's not really inspiring. And I feel like well, one thing I would say, it inspires me to make better music.
Now that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's definitely is a good thing.
So
because they do say that if everybody's going over there, the opportunity's over here. Because everyone's going over there, and like I said. But and in relation to like artists that you kind of rate at the moment, is anybody you can say like, you know, are inspirational to you? And that's from either probably known artists and unknown artists. Like, is there anybody?
Alright, known artists, I would say excuse me, known artists in the UK.
In the UK,
I would say I love Nux. I think Nux is amazing. Yeah. He
was number 4 in the album charts the other day.
You see it there? Yeah. Big up Nux. I think he's absolutely amazing. Who else would I say that are known artists that I really... Gets. I love Gets.
That goes without saying.
And he's a fellow Grenadian / Jamaican like me, so big up yourself, my fellow.
That goes without saying. He's on some supersonic thing.
Yeah, I'm going to see him on Saturday actually.
For real?
Yeah.
What, to a show?
Concert, yeah.
Okay.
And then artists that you may not know of, I wouldn't say unknown artists, but you may not know of, I would definitely say Cami Slime. Absolutely amazing lyricist. Yeah?
As I said.
Amazing.
Cami, like I said, we got some stuff, but anyway, we'll get... Anyway, that's another thing. This is Mami's time, yeah?
And another artist that you may not know of, I always big up Decca because I think he's absolutely talented. Who else could I say? My brother, Level Man.
Big up Level Man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, how is it your older brother? Or
yeah,
older brother.
Older than me. Well, the one above me. I got another older brother.
Another older brother. But you know what? That seems to, because that's another thing in the game. It's like when you have, all right, from my time, we had artists that we kind of wanted to aspire to be on that kind of level. So you're inspiring. So therefore, your pen has to be a certain thing. Now, and I think the same kind of form that happens with siblings who are in the music and thing, and they're at a certain level, and they're training you to do it as well. So that's another thing that ups your level as well. And that's what, because even your son, like I said, I see your son doing rapping as well.
Listen, my eldest brother is a producer. His son is a producer.
See it there?
one of the sickest house producers, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got my other brother, Level Man. Dope producer, but he's focusing on his rap. Absolutely amazing artist. Then you got my little sister. They call her NDI.
Okay.
Nisi the illest. She's a dope rapper as well.
Mm-hmm.
And the list goes on. My son's coming soon for you. My daughter's gonna come soon for you.
Now that's what it is. It's in the blood then.
It's
literally
in the blood, man, trust me.
So I'd say even like with the album, is there any kind of time span where you want to have it out by? I'm not saying like an exact date.
No, I would definitely say by the end of the year.
End of the year. And would that be kind of following? Because your videos as well, that's another thing. High quality videos. 99, the video was so high quality and well put together.
Thank
and it looked like, you know, it's not like one of the videos where people just take out the camera and say, all right, let's just stand here, and you know what I mean, it was actually storyboarded, it was done properly and correctly. So this is just the level we're maintaining.
I have to big up the team on that though. I have to big up the team. Big up Shem Lawrence, creative director. Big up my cousin Jerome Noel. Big up my girl Nita the writer. Like big up my brother. Big up Casey Styles. Like I have to big up the team for this. And
the food on it looked kind of nice
as well.
Fox
Productions, who actually smashed it with the visuals, man.
And who cooked the food? The food did look
big up David. Big up David, right? Hey, listen.
Also want to big up Nads. I saw Nads up in the video as well.
Big up Nads as well.
I always like, that's your Cody,
my
innit?
girl.
Yeah, you're always with her and then
like everyone, like literally, I just appreciate the love and blessing, because on this road, as you can tell, I manage myself, but it's always nice to have helping hands. And I'm making them my official team members now. Like everyone's got a role, you know.
But that's what it is. If you got a team, then you don't have to worry about certain other things, because that depletes you when you have to do everything. So that's always a good thing. Right, so that album's gonna. Well, have you got a title for the album, by the way?
Not yet.
Okay. And so that after that, because obviously in music we have to kind of think forward. Is there anybody you really want to work with as well? Like, and not to beg it, you know what I mean? Because you're highly talented.
I would never beg it,
yes,
mad.
But I'm saying,
you know me, I will always show respect when respect is due. I have no problem in doing so.
This is what it is.
No
Humbleness,
problem in doing so.
Ego's a thing that destroys certain things. You get
Most definitely.
People get ego and confidence mixed up sometimes. You know what I mean? But yeah, is there anybody that, you know what I mean, that moving forward that you're going to be looking to work with as well, like in that sense as an artist, to make some banging?
Yeah, I mean, I did mention Getz earlier. I would love to work with Getz. I think he's absolutely phenomenal. As well as also, do you know who I really would love to work with? Because everyone feels like, you know, I embody her essence. Estelle.
I knew he was going to say that. She was at, what's her name, AGC
I know,
the other day.
I missed it.
I think that would be a kind of...
My big sis came back to London and didn't even shout me, you know? Nah.
No, but because even like I said, as an artist, when people say, oh yeah, you kind of remind me of... To me, sometimes like, it gets on my nerves sometimes, because I'm like, but I am me. But then if I step outside myself, I can kind of hear when they do say, for example, myself. So with you, has that been mentioned many times?
Many times since I was a kid, since I was in my teens. But I feel like the comparison that people are making, I believe, are because number one, we're two sexy dark skins. Yeah,
the melanin's popping.
Right.
Yeah.
Number two, we both rap and sing. Do you know what I mean? And we do it fluently. Like we can mesh it together nicely.
I'll tell you, because I actually know Estelle from a long time ago, like way before this, when she went over to America. So back then, I only knew Estelle as a rapper. She had no singing at all. It was just straight rapping. Because we was on the same circuit, and we were supposed to work together on something. But I'll give you the little story on that. Like, so basically, I was like, yeah, Estelle, boom, boom, because like I knew her, innit? And then she told me that I have to give her a, what's she saying again? I have to give her an audition or something. Like, I have to audition to her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I rate her, big up Estelle and all that. But around about that time, it wasn't that kind of
Did
argument.
you start singing and dancing?
Yeah, no, when she said, I'm saying, hold on, this is me, you get me? Like I said, I ain't got a big head, but I was like, later. And then we never ended up getting, and she went off to America, and the rest is history and that. And I was going to also say, in relation to rap and singing, is there anything else, like, for example, acting now? Because as a writer, would you write a film, or would you want to be in a film, or what's going to be?
Do you know what? Acting's always been one of my passions, most definitely. As I said, I've done performing arts, and I went into that course, well, to study my whole A-levels for a reason, to do singing, acting and dancing. Singing, tick. Rapping,
tick, and then acting, isn't it?
Have you done dancing? I would say tick as well because I don't really dance, but
you can
performance-wise, when I'm on stage and stuff, I embody.
You're talking about doing the Dougie in '99,
right?
Yeah.
But acting, I would definitely love to get back into acting. I've been in a few short films in my earlier years.
Is there anything we can find?
Oh yes, you can find them.
Okay, you're not gonna tell us where though, are you?
No, I will. I done a film with Yuppie. It's called Dark Circles. He didn't even release it, but on his page you'll see the clips from when I was doing those scenes. I was like leading lady in that film. And then we done another one in this area called Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh no, sorry, Pirates of Cold Harbour Lane.
Okay.
With a lot of known people that you might see in the ends. And
Is that on YouTube or something?
That's
like that?
DVD. I see. It's hard. I've got the DVD. I need to put that online still.
Yeah, get that out there.
Yeah, I would love to get back into acting. So I even saw Freddy Krueger as well. That guy. And I said to him, listen, if you need someone like me, shout me. I've been in real life acting as well.
That's what it is.
But yeah, I would love to like branch out into like major roles and major films.
Like I said, I think and another thing I would say with you as well, your fashion sense is immaculate. Like every time because even like you had a one of a kind top on the Arsenal thing.
Yeah, I designed that myself.
Yeah,
that's
big
right.
up Arsenal as well. We mashed up some Real Madrid boy yesterday.
No, big up Tana, because Montana, my girl, from the ends, they get me keep it in house.
No, but you're like I said, your fashion is always up there. Like to me personally, your fashion's so unique and well put together. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a clothing thing coming as well, because you just seem like a person of many. No, but that's what it is.
But that was something that would definitely.
I think that would put, and you know what I mean. I think that would definitely, because there was another thing I see with there was a guy, I can't remember, it's an American guy though. He's an artist and that, but he, in order to boost up his numbers, what he started doing, he started selling his clothing label and putting his music in the clothing label, whether it be a CD or whether it be whatever format. I know people don't use CD. And what that did, he was selling so much of the clothes with the music as well, because people were either buying the music or buying the clothes. So it actually made him chart.
Yeah, that's
so we, in this kind of landscape right now, we have to kind of really diversify and kind of think of, you know what I'm saying?
Great idea.
Yeah, great idea. But yeah, okay, so I'd say another thing, other producers other than me, all right, probably. So because the producer, what's his name again?
Black Male Beats. Yeah.
Is there any other producers that you'd wanna? Well, if you had a choice of working with 3 different producers, any place, any one of your choice, what are the 3 producers you would say?
3 producers, jeez, that's a bit much. I'm joking.
3 producers.
Alchemist.
Well, that would sound bad though. Still, I was kind of shocked by that. Alchemist is a dope producer though.
Yeah,
he's dope. He's dope. Okay, Alchemist 1.
Alchemist 1. Who else could I work with? Tim.
You can't go wrong with Timbaland still.
Yeah, Timbaland.
You can't go wrong
and I'll
with
say Missy as well, because Missy is like one of my favourite.
You know what's weird about
ever.
Missy?
But is she still producing though?
I'll tell you what's weird with Missy, yeah. Because it's the same like with even like Havoc, we know what he's produced and that, but because they're artists as well, it kind of, you don't like. Okay, could you tell me a beat that Missy's produced?
Boy,
that's what I'm saying. And you know she has produced.
Didn't she produce a lot of you know the gal them back in the day, the group.
Or 702.
Yeah.
And yeah. But then I don't know, because obviously there's Timbaland credits on there as well. I'm talking about like a song that she outrightly produced herself.
All herself.
Yeah. And I kind of think, I know she's got some input in it. That's what I'm saying. You lot can, put it in the comments and so forth and so on and so on.
But I think, regardless, I can hear Missy's influence in the beats, and I need that source.
Well, okay, so that's all 3 American producers. Also, another thing, like with the dancehall thing, do you hear yourself on any dancehall beats as well? Like,
you know, I've tried the dancehall.
I think that would be a good mesh.
Industry, most definitely. But again, for me, I think the time it was a bit too early for me to try that beforehand.
I think you've got to.
Now that I've found myself, why not try it again?
Because even like I said, there's like Lila Ike. Is it Lila Ike?
Oh, I love Lila Ike.
But I could not say you sound, but I could hear. Furthermore, I'm going to produce something for you. I'm going to produce something for you.
Inspire me.
We're going to get into it. Right, we come to the point of the show where I'm going to basically play Mami Marissa, one of the artists, because this is the ethos of major talented ones to play you an artist that you might not have known of. You might know of them, but just to get your your reaction on it. So we're gonna play that, and we're gonna be back on the other side.
Belly fat, belly marked up, see them stretch marks, they gon' get me starstruck, we do. And then see, when we park up, see that jealousy, them don't want touch. Diamonds on your body too expensive. Feel it on your body when you're dancing.
So that was Chima Chalice. You know what I mean? Like I said, I always like to play artists that people might not know. Did you know him?
I did not know
She didn't know
him.
him. So what was
I
your
just
kind
got
of
put on still. Yeah.
What was your thoughts on Chima Chalice?
Do you know what? I like the tune that you played me. I don't know what the name of that song is.
Yeah, it was just,
I only heard one song, so I can only base.
That's what we do. We do it on one song.
Base it on one song.
Yeah.
And from that song, I think that song was vibesy still.
Yes,
Like it was a
alright.
bop. Do you get
So
me? I was
I'm
all in the car like.
I'm gonna put Chima Chalice's name here. Go follow him, people. You know what I mean? And you know what we're talking about. Obviously, you're gonna see it in the thing.
It was dope. It was dope, man. I was feeling it, and I'll definitely put that tune in my playlist.
This
so.
is what we like to hear. You know what I mean? More, and then obviously collaborations and all them stuff. This is how we build up the scene. You know what I mean?
Right.
People find out about people. Right. So, Mami, I'm gonna ask you. Yeah, let me think. I'm gonna ask you with the industry at the moment. Yeah. Like the streams and stuff. How are you finding like with the stream? Because it's a different thing. It's like it's a different monster, and people are not artists aren't getting paid what they're supposed to be getting. So what is your thoughts on that, and how do you think that that can kind of change? And have you got any?
Do you know what? Yeah, my thoughts are of the same as K-Putin and Drink Champs.
Okay, yeah, that's
Basically.
Yeah, he broke it down. Still, he did break.
Do you know
it
what I
down.
mean?
Yeah.
Like obviously streams and that, the way that music has changed now, the streams and stuff is really taking away from what it is to be a musician and an artist and still love it for what it is. You make a product and we sell the product. But now with the streams and stuff, it's just like
It's a bit crazy.
you're getting tiny little pieces of pennies
Yep.
to pound. You need like millions and millions and millions of streams just to
No,
at least
that is a
make it, and that's
the
the
case.
goal. That
Yeah.
is the goal, but it's not as realistic as things used to be. Do you know what I mean? Like back in the day, you can sell. You're performing all the time and sold out shows, and you got the vinyls, you got the physical
But I was
copies.
gonna say this
Do you know
because,
what I mean?
like I said, even like
the CDs,
when I drop
physical.
when I drop my album, I'm gonna basically do the streaming thing, but I'm gonna vinyl and CD,
Most
and then kind of
definitely, which
and
is
the
the
merch
right
as
thing
well,
to
because
do.
this is where, you know what I mean, where we're gonna
Which is the right
make the
thing to
tune.
do,
So
yeah, man.
is that something that you would kind of consider to do as well? Like,
Most definitely.
yeah, bring out the vinyl of the thing and the CDs and then even
Yeah,
though
that's something that I would definitely love to do. But yeah, man, just watching C and everything would reveal
but
itself.
the thing is, you've been performing quite a lot. You know what I mean? You've been
Do you
doing
know what?
that.
I'd slowed down. I only just picked it back up again. Like, I
But
slowed down
are they
for
giving
months.
you what you're supposed to be getting when you're performing?
Listen, when I perform, there's different aspects to this thing. Now, I did put up a post the other day with this exact sentiment, in the sense that people sometimes do not put respect on your name.
And that's the thing, yeah.
They say they respect you. They may be your people, you've known them for years, and they're putting on an event and stuff. Sometimes you do things out of love anyway to help build each other up.
True.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sometimes you do things for less than your asking price. But don't ever come without asking first. Is like, what's your fee, or do you have a fee, or this is what I'm trying to do, do you mind? Yeah, that's what I don't like, when people just come and expect everything to be
it is a
rosy,
thing like that.
Yeah, we got gas, electric, food,
It is a thing because
hair, nails,
what happens
outfit.
is real talk, because
Travel.
you have to travel there, you have to get
rehearse,
everything done.
everything.
You're basically keeping the attention of the people in their venue, which is then making them be entertained, buying more drinks. They're making the money. And I think sometimes if you like, from when you just say, all right, cool, I do it as a favour, and then when a favour turns into an expectancy, that's when it's a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
but
you're a
it's just
person
it's just how
performing
you
properly.
have to. It's just how you have to approach the situation, innit? At the end of the day, you make your deal, but when you get on that stage, you make sure you show up and you
show
show out.
show up and show
you know
out.
what I mean?
Real
And
talk.
that's what I do all the time. Like, I always hold my word, and I go out and I put on a good performance, innit?
No, you definitely do though. You break, like I said, I've watched various. I need to come live. You get me? I'm gonna make sure the next
April
one.
17th.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be definitely there. They're gonna definitely there. And being that you are, because like I said, 99. You're talking about Brixton, and we're obviously in Brixton at the moment. How is the Brixton area kind of helped you? You know what I mean as well? Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of talented people around here still.
It's just everyday life. Do you know what I mean?
I thought, you know what it is when I listen to because there's some songs, there's some songs, like I said, big up Diggy on the North Wheezy tune. Everybody hears that for that time when you're listening to it, you're from North Wheezy, innit? When I listened to that Brixton tune, I felt the fabric of it. I felt everything that he was trying to do as well.
And I only mentioned it once in the song. I mentioned
no, well, I felt
no,
like I said, I felt.
You know what I mean? But when you see the visual,
that's what I'm saying. I felt like I'd been at, you know what I mean, the places where you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So, in that sense, with Brixton, I mean, obviously artists around here within Brixton. You was talking about that youth that we just saw go past. What's his name? Mello. You know what I'm saying?
He's dope still. He's dope.
I mean,
you need to
big up Mello.
Put onto Mello. That guy is different with it. He reminds me of how I was when I was a kid. Before, you know, not trials and tribulations, but everyday life, growing up, adult life start hitting you, and you got other things to do. But he's just so free musically, how I used to be, and how I would love to be now. And big him up, man. He's a young guy, and he's just living his best life in the music. So big him up, man.
But as I said, is there any other Brixtonians that you know what I mean? You rate highly as well in that essence? Any other artists?
Do you know what? Yeah, Trips. Yeah, I think Trips is absolutely
dope.
Yeah, and that's from Old School. And then you've got, who else is in Brixton?
Got a lot, man.
Yeah, you got Lav. You got Change. Yeah, like you've got some good artists. You've got Grouch.
Big up Grouch as well. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like I said,
like there's just so much talent from different.
Like I said, I think with me, it's my.
You got Cristal.
Yeah, big up Cristal as well.
Yeah, big up, man.
Step
for the gal them. She's doing it for the gal them. And again, young, free, just living, man.
Yeah.
And this is what I love to see. It's really inspiring for me, man. Seriously, because I'm getting on. So.
Nah, but
I'm still enjoying life.
Do you know the thing about the music?
And the music,
especially with rap. Yeah, this is the thing because. I was going through a stage thinking, oh yeah, the age and rah. But then you look at Mick Jagger and them kind of man, and they're filling out stadiums at all 70 and all them thing there. So this is the thing I think we have to kind of just obliterate that
that's
whole
abolish
thing.
for me. That's why I don't feel no way about talking about my age and the generation. Like I'm not that old, do you know what I mean? But obviously I'm older than these young ones coming up, and you know what? I respect them.
Yeah.
And they inspire me.
Yep.
Even though sometimes I might not be able to always listen to the music all the time, but they got good songs and their movement and how they gather their people.
Nah, this is.
I have to rate them, man.
I mean, I always say my whole mission is when I'm working with people to work with someone that can like if somebody from abroad heard the stuff. We're repping our thing properly, like it's good quality music, it's good quality bars, presence, cadence, everything. So this is one thing that you kind of epitomise as well. But yeah, man, all right, we've come to the end. It's been an absolute pleasure. And get me, and as I said, it's a weird one because I feel like
this is our first time actually.
I feel like I've known Mami for
time.
You get me, but like I said, and there's gonna be more work coming out. We need to do something. We need to do a follow up to 99 blatantly.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
More work's
but
coming.
as I said, my goal is I'm gonna. You said alchemist, innit? So we're gonna get dark with some of these rhythms.
Yeah, we have to just get different.
Yeah,
with it, man.
we're gonna get dark with it.
Keep
you know what I mean? And as I said, once again, like I said, your son, he's very good.
Like,
you know what I mean? And that's
amazing.
I'm thinking because you know what it is.
Absolutely amazing.
Because my daughter, big up Soraya Rose, or anyway there, like she, like I said, she raps as well. And it's kind of crazy where you look at your offspring and they're doing what you do. You know what I mean? You're like, wow, that's crazy. They've soaked in everything and it's in them as well. But anyway, like I said, that was episode 1 of season 3. Like I said, Mami Marissa, thank you again.
Love and
thank you
blessings.
again. You're done now.
It's nice.
More energy,
Big
more powers. And yeah, man, like more to come, more shows to come. And yeah, that was the first of many. But you know what I mean? Big up Mami Marissa.